Good day, citizens, Vikings, Tingmen, and Shield Maidens. I'm Erik the Cat McKetten, your friendly bearded Space Viking, and today I'm going to show you some important changes to Star Citizen version 2.5 and a brief guide as to how to reach GrimHex. We will be taking out the Aegis Gladius because the Gladius has received some upgrades to its maneuvering. It has had its roll, pitch, and yaw rates almost doubled, making it highly maneuverable and reducing the drift. It does still suffer from weak protection and substandard weaponry, but it has become a joy to fly. One of the first major changes is manual landing gear control. So we're going to talk about that here. Basically, when you take off, you must retract your landing gear by pressing the N key. If you do not, you'll be stuck in precision mode. This also applies to the new addition, the Reliant Core. Furthermore, if you fail to return the Reliant Core to landing configuration by pressing N again, you will not be able to exit your seat or the ship. So keep that in mind, Reliant owners.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
So here we go. We're going to demonstrate the new manual landing gear control. You'll notice that the game does not necessarily prompt you to raise the landing gear, so you need to be aware of it yourself.
Launch complete. Launch complete. Landing gear retract.
Alright, now to get to GrimHex the long way, we need to quantum leap from Port Olisar to Yila. Once we arrive at Yila, we will turn to starboard and follow with Yila to port and Crusader aft. We will also check our 6 regularly to keep an eye on both planets. We want to see the terminus, that's the line where light meets dark, of both planets behind us. If we keep that in line, then we are heading roughly directly for GrimHex. So here's the plot we're doing. It's a straight jump. And you'll notice that the ICC probe is up there as well, and that's going to be our shortcut route that we're going to show later.
Quantum travel initiated.
Now here we go. We've arrived at Yila, and we've kept on the same galactic plane. We haven't rolled or anything from when we took off. So we turn to starboard with Yila on the port. And we've got Crusader aft, and now we're going to start flying this way. We're going to kind of follow the curve of Yila around until we can see the terminus behind us. One of the first mistakes people make is assuming that GrimHex is one of the large asteroid clusters. It isn't. It is much smaller. If you pay close attention to the video, you can see what it looks like, but I'm not showing its exact location. Part of the joy is discovery. And one other thing to note is, as you get closer to GrimHex, you are likely to start seeing other ships. Following them may help guide you into the station, or they may be leaving, or they may be just as lost as you are. And of course, if there happens to be a wanted criminal who's a public enemy, they are spawning on that station, so you might have a good chance of finding them there. That is what the asteroid cluster looks like as you get close to it. And there you can see another ship in the area, a criminal, 20 kilometers away. That tells me I'm roughly 20 kilometers. Now, when landing, once again, you need to press the N key to manually deploy your gear. Without gear, you won't be able to land. When you do this, the landing pad on the station that the station wants you to land on will be highlighted green, as you can see. The other viable ones will be amber. When you get close enough to the pad, you will be prompted to hold the N key to land. You must hold the N key down for the entire landing procedure. If you don't, the procedure will abort.
Landing request approved. Landing request approved. AP activated.
One of the other major changes to the game is you no longer hold left Alt and the F key to leave your seat. Now you just hold down the F key.
Landing complete.
And it does take a second. But now that we've seen the long way to get to GrimHex, we're going to look at the short way. The shortest way, of course, is become a criminal and die, and then you respawn at GrimHex. But this route that we're going to take is longer in distance, but shorter in the time than the other. First, we're going to jump to the ICC probe. We'll ignore Tessa, and then we'll jump to Yila. This is going to cut about half of our journey off.
Quantum travel initiated.
This also shows how the game might have situations where the shortest trip to a location may not be a straight line. It may be faster to do multiple jumps and quantum leaps.
Hi, welcome to the neighborhood. Second class junior cartographer Tessa Bannister reporting in. I'm
Quantum
live
travel
behind all the ICC
initiated.
scan probes in the area. What these little guys see.
Now, when we arrive at Yila, we're going to turn 90 degrees to starboard and point down. We'll fly in this direction until we're at basically the bottom of the rings, and we'll just keep going at cruise mode until we reach GrimHex.
Important jump point scanning and all.
So you see me pointing down, turning to starboard, roll, and I'm moving into cruise mode. I'm just going to start going this direction.
Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
Contact.
Starting to see those ships getting closer. Another indication that I should be on the right path. And now I can see GrimHex. I'm approaching it. And this time I'm going to approach an alternate entrance. I'm not going to tell you specifically where the entrance is. I just want you to be aware that there is more than one way to approach and enter GrimHex. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the verse. May all your foreheads grow like the mighty oak.